Hey Aquarius, let's see what you have going on for 20. Wow, really funny. Pisces got this exact same card in the past position. So this is going to be early December. You have Justice with the Sun. Wow, the High Priest. That is, you're optimistic. You know what you want within reason. You know who you are. You're looking to the future. You're more expressive, creative. You are leading your own life, the front of the line. You're making the decisions that matter. Maybe sometimes the that are hard for other people to make, but you're making them. You know who you are, you know what you want, you know what's right, you know your potential, and that's exactly what you're exploring. There's going to be so much in early December that you didn't see before, especially when it comes to what you're capable of, the things that you know to be true, wisdom that has been accumulated over time, the wisdom that you were born with. This is going to sound weird, Aquarius, but for some of you, you either come from a line of witches or warlocks. Don't laugh, okay? Witches or warlocks. You may come from a line of, or like a prominent feminine and masculine energy in your life, like an ancestor or your grandma or your grandpa or great grandma, grandpa, something like that, that you have inherited. I know that sounds really woo, but if I hear it in my head, I gotta say it. It doesn't always work out for me. Sometimes it does. Your dreams need a practical plan. So there's a lot of this positivity. There's a lot of you being more self-expressive, creative, seeing your potential, knowing what it is, and that's all well and good. But if we allow that balloon to take us to the sky, we're never really going to ground that idea into reality. So the potential that you have, that's great. Keep that in your mind and now write a to-do list. What is the next right thing to do in order to attain this? For mid-December, you have the Five of Swords reverse. You have the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Wow. I heard you win some, you lose some. Doesn't feel like you're lost though. There's someone that wants you to play into their game, but you're above that. Or you're, I don't even want to say above it, but you are beyond it. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, rode the ride. That Five of Swords reverse tells me that there's no winners. Like in your mindset, you have this idea that somebody's trying to get you to come down to their level. And you're of the notion of, yeah, if I do that, there are literally no winners in this. You seem to be performing. Maybe you're doing a YouTube channel. Maybe you're performing a song. Maybe you're some level of poetry. Maybe you are becoming an actual leader of some sort. Maybe you're getting some kind of promotion. There's this, you know how people say, you wear your heart on your sleeve, wearing your shadow on your sleeve because you're no longer ashamed of it. You are walking away from something that you feel like is an one last move is your oracle card for mid-December. You have come far on your journey. Keep going and you will soon see what you have accomplished. So there is an end in sight in a positive light. The end of December, the Magician. You have figured out your power, but it wasn't easy, especially on this journey you're taking in December. It's a difficult one because it's something that you may have, it's that balloon in the sky that you allowed to make you high, you know, pun intended, that you allowed to let yourself dream about, but you had to walk away towards actual fulfillment and contentment, and that's going to take action. It means you're going to need to take these dreams and these wishes and this potential and do something with it, and that's exactly what you're doing. You see that symbol above his head? That is a symbolism of infinite potential. The Four of Cups reversed. Pisces got this exact same one right here. Weird. And then the Nine of Wands, and you're winning. This is no woe is me, poor is me vibe. This, I'm going to get it done. Believe in yourself. Ooh, it's a wound that you are working through well, which is even more powerful. This is the thing. When we have these wounds that we haven't healed, they can be used against us. Once we take ownership, we wear the shadow on our sleeve. Then we walk that bitch like a dog. Walk it like a dog, like a guard dog. And it becomes our power. That's exactly what you're doing. You're literally turning pain into power with that Chiron magician. So, see. We're going to take a look at early December 1st. Tell me about the Justice. Thank you. Three of Swords reversed. You had to make a decision that was likely difficult to make. You had to make a decision that maybe somebody else wouldn't, because it was the only thing that was going to heal some kind of relationship situation, whatever it was. Some of you are winning a court case in the beginning of December. Some of you are making a decision to finalize something and call it a day because you have been hanging on too long to whatever this is. So for some of you, because that Sun comes right after this Justice with Three of Swords reversed, for some of you, maybe you are finally wanting to go up there on your open mic night and you're wanting to rehearse some kind of poem. Okay? Maybe you have a fear of speaking in front of people. Okay. You are overcoming that. You're making a decision that is difficult in early December, but you know that you need to, because you know that you have to take action on the dream that you have. Because I think that a lot of you realized that you were draining yourself, putting or projecting some kind of fantasy someone else or somebody else or what somebody else was creating, until you realized you had to your own. Tell me about that Sun for Aquarius, please. Beginning of December, the 10 of Cups. If you are not in a relationship and you are looking for a relationship, you're definitely going to get one. Some of you could end up meeting this person through your family, through some kind of creative expression where, you know, there's maybe artists or something along those lines. I mean, this is pure bliss, Aquarius. I mean, pure bliss. There is nothing negative about any of these cards that I have pulled so far. And, you know, it's difficult with Pluto in your guys' sign right now. That's not easy. That's not an easy transit to go through. Of course not. You or the fixed signs, rather. Because you took a chance. You took a chance. And that's why this is happening. So if there is an opportunity to connect with someone, even if this is already like a relationship, allow yourself to open up. Allow yourself to see another perspective. Allow yourself to compromise a little bit, because there's something in it. I'm not saying like compromise with a person. That's not what I'm saying. But there's something here. You're going to be surrounded by people that care about you and love you, or a person that cares about you and loves you. I have Libra, Pisces, and I have Leo. About the High Priest for the beginning of December for Aquarius. Listen, if this is a relationship, Aquarius, this is not just any typical relationship. This is not any typical kind of love. This is the kind of love that supports you, that makes you realize the person that you have always been. There's been nothing wrong with that person. Where you may have felt ostracized or like the black sheep in some way, you feel welcomed, you feel understood, you feel heard and seen and acknowledged. And this is going to awaken something. It's going to break down old paradigms. It's going to create an entire mindset mindset shift into what your true potential is, into what your true power is and where that lies. But that means that old structures have to break down. The things that you have told yourself about whether or not you're valuable, about whether or not you're lovable, about whether or not you're creative and beautiful or handsome or whatever it is. You are rich in spirit and you are rich in beauty inside and out, whether you're a man or a woman. And these are things that you're going to realize in the beginning of December if you haven't already. This is now I just heard Uranus. Well, I guess Uranus is your co-ruler, so that would make sense. Well, Uranus is retrograde at the anaretic degree of Taurus right now as I am reading this. And this says full moon in Taurus. So check your Taurus house in your natal chart, and that may give you an idea. And the Empress is something about Taurus, your Taurus house or a Taurus placement that you have, or a Taurus person in your life. Some of you were bullied in childhood around your looks or something like that. It could have come from a parent or a mother figure in your life or people at school. So let's take a look at that Five of Swords reverse. Tell me about that Five of Swords reversed for mid-December for Aquarius, please. Nine of Swords reversed. Not worried about it. Again, I do think that this is somebody that's trying to play their game. Look, Page of Swords reverse, the Ace of Cups reverse. This is the kind of person seeks to, I don't want to say destroy, but they seek to drain. They seek to drain people. They can't fulfill up. So I do think that you're seeing this where you're like, oh, okay, I see that you're trying to get me to stoop to your level. I heard it's the final test. And maybe that's where this one last move comes from. One last checkmate in mid-December, and you have this, that Queen of. You're doing something pretty legendary. I mean, I'm not trying to sound dramatic, but you are doing something pretty legendary. And you're going to see that after you make this decision not to play this game, not to give into this, that's when you're going to feel like the shit. Tell me about that Queen of Keys for December for Aquarius. Five of Wands. And people are going to have something to say about it. Because it's not going to stop there, in my opinion. It's not going to stop there. People are going to expect you to live by the standard that they had projected onto you or the expectations that they had projected onto you. But you're not afraid of that anymore. People will have something to say about this new version of yourself. Like, it makes me think of somebody who tries to shame you for something, and then you spin it around and you own it, and like you end up making money off it or something. You know, like that pain that other people are trying to use against you. You're turning it into something. And I am going to tell you that people are going to have something to say about it. They're not going to be happy. But when you get that, when you catch that whiff of that drama or people talking about you, you've done it right. The Eight of Cups. Tell me about the Eight of Cups for mid-December for Aquarius, please. Thank you. The Devil reversed. You're not even worried about it. You're not even worried about it. Okay, bye. Five of Pentacles, Death card. Okay, bye. You are so beyond empowered, it's not even funny. Like, so beyond empowered. You realize, you see what someone's doing. You're like, you see right through it. And I think because you guys have such a positive person or positive people in your life, especially in early December, that are raising you up. It reminds me of like the goddess that you see men carrying, like the big, like in Egypt or whatever. That might be a controversial thing to say, but it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. What is that thing called? Now I want to, I can't remember, what is it called? Let me see if I can find it, because I have to know. Processional bark, divine bark. I don't think I'm saying that right. Okay. I don't think I'm saying that right. Okay, I guess that's what it's called. Right? But you are totally empowered. You're not even worried about whatever this is. And it shows so much growth. It shows so much growth. Tell me about that magician in late December for Aquarius, please. The Queen of Swords reversed. The Eight of Wands, the Cups. There was a time where it was very easy for someone or people to trigger a wound in you. It was very easy for somebody to pick at it, see it, observe it, capitalize off of it, or in some weird way. But the realization that you have around that, when people do that, when people are trying to pick at something, when they're trying to ostracize you, when they're trying to do these things, because there's a power in you that they don't have, and they're trying to take it from you. And this is what you're realizing. This is what you're seeing. You're realizing your infinite potential, your infinite creativity. There's an acknowledgement of your heart, where you want to put your love and creativity and self-expression. Some of you are deciding to travel for love, go on a trip. I mean, the High Priestess to the Magician. I mean, I'm looking at this row. It goes diagonal with the High Priestess on the Magician. It's like you're filtering all of this power, the I don't give a fuck what you think archetype. It's really something. This is one of the best reads you guys have had in a while. Tell me about that Four of Cups reverse December. Now that you have realized your infinite potential, now you're realizing infinite possibility. You're saying, well, if I could do that, I could do this. If I can do this, I can do that. And the fantasy does not end there, because it's not a fantasy. This is something that you have wanted since childhood. You have, look at all the support that you have. Look at all of the support that you have from people that are encouraging you. I mean, like, really, what more could you want with this? Tell me about that 9 for Aquarius, please. Emperor. You guys are either in marriage or relationship already, or the one getting into. There is nothing that seems to be for you and whoever it is. This is like the kind of love that everybody strives for, tries to get in between and not penetrate it, because it's of the 5D shit. Just because it exists physically in the 3D, it's not something that other people can poison. Some of you have a man here who is sticking up for you, standing up for you, fighting for your honor in some ways. Okay. For others of you, this putting your foot down, taking the lead. This is the king of all kings. He's all of the kings combined. This emperor, all of the kings. This is what everybody strives to be. Or all men, usually, what they want to be, or who they think they are. But this, either you're becoming the emperor, or there is an emperor who is fighting for you, tooth and nail fighting for you. That, my friends, will heal the last wound. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. Please take care, and best of luck in December of 2025. Bye-bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on my website at www.violettaalexis.com. If you would like to book a scheduled session with me, or text and or call spontaneously, you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below or in the pinned comment in the chat. Thanks a lot, you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great mid October.